We're now in week 3, and the reading assignments for this week are chapter 5, entitled The Ambivalent Reality, and chapter 6, Lying and Deception in Criminal Justice. But before you begin reading chapters 5 and 6, I suggest you review the incremental learning outcomes for this week and also review the PowerPoint presentation on these two chapters. In chapter 5, you will learn about the characteristics of unethical management in terms of how it can negatively affect the practices of criminal justice, causing what the author calls the harvest of shame. You will also learn the truth about professionalism, integrated thinking, and moral agility. Moreover, you will also learn about the extent of corruption in criminal justice agencies and its 4 root sins, and lying and deception is the first of the 4 root sins. And then chapter 6 gets into the theories of lying, the origins of lying, the doctrine of veracity, the rules of moral justification, and the idea of institutional lying in criminal justice. And you'll also learn about the conservative and liberal views that justify lying and the characteristics of lying in policing, corrections, and probation and parole. The other root sins, after chapter 6 and chapters 7, 8, and 9 deal with racial prejudice and discrimination, egoism and the abuse of authority, and also misguided loyalties. So for this week, the assignments are as follows. First, you're going to have the first of 2 self-assessments on your paper on a current or recent event in criminal justice that is controversial. And it should be relevant to one of the 4 root sins of criminal justice. And your choice of topic has to be pre-approved by me and should be done before you submit this first self-assessment. And I would encourage you to always take advantage of this one and the other self-assessment that will be coming up in about 3 weeks, because those who do generally get a better grade on the paper if they do. So this first self-assessment is basically to draft the introduction. In other words, defining who's involved in the case, what happened, where did it happen, when did it happen, and why did it happen. And you should, before you even begin your first draft, review the rubric and the instructions for writing your paper, because the final grade will be determined. I use the rubric to grade the paper and make sure that you meet the requirements for writing your paper. And then we also have the second discussion board this week called the Bloomfield Police Department. And that one opens, as all of them do, at 12 a.m. on Sunday morning, and they close at Saturday at the end of day. So that's what you have for week 3.